Several times I've tried playing Jim's favorite music for him, and it just hasn't resonated for him. He hasn't been interested. But I gave it a try the other day, and he spent most of the day in kind of heaven with the music, and I kind of feel like that's my reminder that just because it didn't work the first time or the second time or even the third time, it's worth trying again. Hi, I'm Jean, and today's reflection is what I wish I'd known. My journey with Jim. As I travel with Jim in days that take us deeper into his realm, I'm thinking about a friend who's begun a similar journey with her spouse. We live more and more in days where up is down and no is often fleeting. Jim can declare him hot, and when I ask if he wants to take off his hoodie, says no as he unzips it and pulls it off. I'm sure I'll look back and wish I'd known what I hadn't figured out for this part of our journey. This is what I wish I'd known when we began. Early in the journey, I remember many times when I didn't understand why Jim was being so difficult about usual, everyday things. We would go over how to post on Facebook and find ourselves in the same conversation days later. He got an espresso machine for his birthday but wouldn't use it, preferring to buy his coffee at the drive-thru across town. Rewiring our house was a top priority for him, but he wouldn't make a supply list to get the job done. I wish I'd known he wasn't blowing these off. He couldn't figure them out. There were many times Jim would plan to do an everyday chore and not follow up on it. The lawnmower set while the grass kept growing, ingredients for the tuna noodle casserole set in the cupboard. I kept wondering when he'd get to cleaning the car he intended. I wish I'd known it wasn't about follow-up or getting sidetracked. It was because he was no longer able to do these routine tasks. The series of steps, mechanics, and logic were no longer part of his reality. More than anything, I wish I'd become aware more quickly that Jim's reality was changing, confusing, and isolating. The evidence was there. I just wasn't able to comprehend the shift and respond with insight. If I'd recognized what was happening, I could have focused on making him more comfortable. Nurturing routines would have empowered him. Helping him with his email and phone would have honored his dignity. Getting his hearing aids would have helped him feel connected and included. Meanwhile, in my earth-dwelling world, my sister had a seriously debilitating cold this week, and it made me realize I can't get sick. Really, I can't get sick. So I'm focused on totally trusting my body to respond with well-being. When I had a herpes breakout, I was thankful my body released stress in a way that didn't bring me down. And I catch myself sighing a lot, letting go rather than holding it in. I'm so glad you're here with me. It makes me feel like I'm sharing a journey rather than on this journey by myself. I love your presence, and I love you being part of this circle on YouTube. If you have any thoughts about what we're talking about, please leave a comment. I would just love to hear from you. And if you want to just continue getting notifications about this series, you can subscribe.